What's up everyone, I'm Andrew, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can create a complete WooCommerce store from scratch and only using free tools. So this is a very starter course, so I'm not assuming any kind of previous experience with WooCommerce, WordPress, Elementor or anything, and I'm going to show you the way I build e-commerce store. So let's get started. So I have a fresh installation of WordPress here. I haven't done anything to it, and we are going to create our WooCommerce store. So the first thing we have to do is to, of course, choose a theme, and your theme is really important for your store. Here I'm just going to use Ocean WP, which is a really awesome theme for e-commerce stores. I really recommend it, although I usually use Astra for building any kind of website, and it's really powerful. But if you're using WooCommerce and creating a WooCommerce store, then a WooCommerce specific theme can really help you because of many features that it adds. So let's just install Ocean WP and activate it. So now we have our theme here, which is just okay, and we're just going to customize it to look awesome. But before starting to customize the theme, I'm just going to install the other plugins that we need for our purpose. So of course we are going to install WooCommerce itself, and also we need Elementor for building our front page, and a few Elementor add-on for having some awesome widgets to use. So here I'm just going to install WooCommerce. So for the first time that you install a WooCommerce, you get this setup wizard that you can enter the information of your store, address line, city, postal code. But we are just going to skip it. You can just fill in the information whenever you want in the settings. So it's just fine. We can just skip the setup. And we're just fine. Now we want to install the other plugins. So let's just search for Elementor. And I'm just going to install these free plugins that add some add-ons for Elementor. We might not use all of them in this tutorial, but these free plugin here are just very cool. They add many awesome elements for Elementor, and because if you are going to use the free version of Elementor like we are going to do in this tutorial, the free elements are not allowed and really need to install some add-ons. So here I'm just going to install these free plugins here. And let's just also install this Royal Elementor add-on. So I'm not really a big fan of installing a lot of plugins, but when it comes to add-ons for Elementor, then you really want to play with them, and then if you're not using one of them, then you can just simply remove it. So I usually install all of them and activate them. Okay, we have to activate the Elementor first, so we can just skip this wizard and just bring our front page. And let's just quickly activate the other install plugins. So we have Elementor Kit, and we want essential add-ons for Elementor. And just everything just looks fine. And finally, I'm just going to activate premium add-ons for Elementor. And now we have all of them set up, so that's super awesome, and we can just start building. So the very first thing that I do whenever I'm just building a website is to just take care of the home page, because by default you get this blog post, your blog archive here, which is usually not what you want. Here you also get the sidebar, which again we do not want it in the front page. So first we are going to create two separate pages, one for the home page and one for the blog. So I'm just going to click on add new. And for the home, I'm just going to call it home. And then we want to create a page for our blog. So you might not want to have your blog for your e-commerce store, it's just fine, but we are just going to add one. And if you take a look at the URLs, you can see that we have this page ID equals, and this is not what we want for our store. So the second thing is usually to bring settings and reading. Okay, setting and reading, and first actually I'm just creating the home page and post page, and then we want to take care of the permalinks. So first we want to set a static page for our home page, and for the home page we're gonna use home, and for the post we are going to use post, blog, fine. And then we want to bring permalinks and take care of the URL. So by default we are getting this plain URL structure, which is not very nice. So we want to have post name, and then we can just save changes. And now it's just fine. But if I bring my website, we do not have any links because we haven't created a menu yet. So we want to create a menu. So let's just bring appearance and menus. And then we want to create our main menu. Here I'm just going to call it main and just create it. And then of course we want to bring manage locations and attach this menu to the main location. So for the main menu location we are going to use main, save changes. So fine, we have it, but we haven't added the links yet. So we can just start adding our links. We want to have home and blog for now. So let's just save changes. And now if I visit my front page, you can see that we have home, blog, and for the home, of course, we are on the home. But if I just click on blog, we have this /blog, this nice URL. So that's super cool. And the next thing is, of course, to remove this name here. We do not want to have the name of our pages, and also we do not want to have sidebar for our pages. So we can just click on customize. It's different on different themes, but usually you can just find it in the customizer. But this is a really cool theme. It has support for all of the little subtleties that you need in your process. So here I can just click on general options. And of course, for the page title, it's here. We can just hide it on all devices, so we do not get this page title anymore. Fine, I can just publish. And then we can just bring general setting. And for the pages, we want to have this full with view without the sidebar. So now it's just fine. I can just publish my website. And it's just okay. So now just fine. We have this little search widget, which is super awesome. We have our cart and blog and home, and of course we want to put our logo here instead of this text. So we can just click on customize, and header and logo. And here we can just select our logo. So I have it on my drive, and we have just some files here for this project. So the logo is here, it's a PNG file. I can just select it and crop it. So now it's here. Of course, we want to make it much smaller, so we can just play with this max width. And here I'm just changing the values for the desktop, but you can just switch into mobile, tablet view, and mobile view. And if it just seems large for you, you can just separately change the values, for example, for the mobile view. So it just looks fine for me. And now I can just publish my website. So the logo is just okay here, and we can just start adding the product. So of course there are many things we want to change. So we want to customize the colors and this footer area, but let's just do some of the WooCommerce stuff. So here I can just bring my admin panel and products and all products. Of course we do not have any product yet, so we can just either import a product or create a product. So I'm just going to show you how you can create your own products, but then we want to import some of the default products from the WooCommerce plugin so that we do not waste any time creating multiple products. So here we want to add our first product, so I can just click on create product. And let's just close these alerts here. And here is the product name. So I'm just going to add a shoe here. So it's just shoe. Okay, let's just dismiss this tutorial and just call it awesome men's shoe. Fine. And for the price, we want to set it to $99 for the regular price, and then we have the sale price, so it's just selling $89 for now. We do not want to schedule, it's just fine here. And let's just grab this text and just put it here as well. And for the product image, I can just select, so I can just upload the product image. It's this image. Fine. We can have our gallery images here. I'm not going to add any gallery image, but you can add as many images as you want here. And it's just fine for now. We have many options here for the inventory SKU. You can just give it an ID here. So it's basically a unique identifier for your product, and for the stocks, and you can see either in stock or out of stock. So if you're no longer selling this product, you can just click on out of stock, and you can link other products for upsell and cross-sell, and also add attributes to it. So it's just fine for now. I can just publish it. And now if I just bring the URL, you can see that we have this dedicated page for this product. It just looks very awesome, and this is because of the theme, so that's fine. We just want to remove this sidebar. We do not need it for the single product pages, so let's just click on customize. And then WooCommerce and single product, and let's just have this full review, so that looks much better. So let's just publish it. So it's just fine, and we know how we can add a product. We can also have tags here and also categories. So now it's uncategorized, but we can just add a category to it. It's just very easy. And we are not going to do it for this product, but when we import our products, the default products from WooCommerce, then we get categories, and then we can just display them. And just okay, we cannot not have any categories, so let's just add one. I'm just going to call it clothing. Okay, now sorry, shoes. And now we can just remove this uncategorized, categorize, and update. Fine. So now we have a single product. Of course, we have to create a page, which eventually is going to be our mega menu link here. But when you click on the actual link, it just brings all the products. Let's just quickly add it. So if I bring appearance and menus, I can add this shop page. This is the default page that WooCommerce displays all of your products. So I can just put it here, and if I just save and visit my website, we have this shop page, and of course we have this product, and the search is fine here. Of course, we do not want to have recent posts or recent comments, so we can just fix it. So I can just click on customize. And just remove these recent posts and recent comments. So here I can just remove it. And also we do not want the recent comments. And also this text. So it's just fine. We have this search functionality, but we can add other features. So we can just, for example, if I just search for WooCommerce or just click on browse all and bring the WooCommerce section, you can see that we have product category list that you might want to use, or many things here. And what I want to use here is filter products by stock. So it's a nice feature. It's actually not showing it here, but if I just publish and refresh the page, okay, we have it here, and we can just filter it to in-stock products. So of course, we only have one product and it's in stock. So when we add other products, it's going to actually show its effect. Let's just add another widget here. So again, WooCommerce. Let's just bring WooCommerce section, and we want to have another filter. So let's just filter products, add filter products by attribute. So now we want to have it, actually it's not showing here, and as you can see we do not have any attribute. So let's just publish and let's just add some attribute, and this is because we haven't set any attribute here. So in the attributes, for example, we can have color, and for the slug we want to also use color. And fine, we can just add this attribute. So we can now specify colors for our product. So you can say which color a product is, and you can also have a variable products, meaning that you are selling different colors and maybe with different prices. So now if I bring my all products and these shoes, I can just bring attributes and color and add it. And now for the value, we can just add a value here, for example, brown, and save it. And now if I bring my store and shop and this product, you can see that in the additional information it's brown. And also if I try to filter, so just bring shop, okay, it's not showing it, so let's just, maybe it didn't save. So we want to have attributes, so it's actually sometimes doesn't show it. So if I publish it again, we should be able to see it. Okay, now it's showing. It's actually a bug in this version of WordPress that sometimes when you add a widget it doesn't show, and you just publish it again and refresh the page and it didn't just work. So now we have only one attribute brown, and of course I can just filter to it, but it doesn't change anything. Now of course we have a simple product, but if you want to change it, if you want to have different colors and people can select, you can just change it into variable product. We are not going to cover it in this tutorial. We have a full tutorial dedicated into attributes and how you can have variable products with variable product images, descriptions and prices, so it's just fine for now. And everything's just working. We have our filter and search and color, and now I'm just going to, okay, it's showing out of stock. Let's just fix it. So it's a simple product, and in inventory it's in the stock. So now it's just fine. And now I'm going to show you how you can import products. And the reason I'm going to do this is that when you create your website and you're just customizing things, you probably don't want to create your products because you want to focus on the store. And it's really good if you can add some dummy products, and we can just do it very easily. So you have to bring the WooCommerce website and grab the WooCommerce plugins. So I can just bring the plugin page for WooCommerce and download it. We are not going to, of course, install it. We just want to grab the sample data and use it because it just comes with WooCommerce. So now that we have it, I can just put it on my desktop and extract it. It's fine, and now we can just import the data. So I can just, let's just close these tabs here, and now I can just bring products, all products, and we can just click on import, and we want to browse a CSV file here. So it's on my desktop, of course, in the WooCommerce folder, and we have this sample data, and we want to select sample products.csv. We can just open it and click on continue. So everything is just fine here. It's actually matching the fields here. They're just fine. We can just run the importer. Fine. It added 25 products. And now if I just visit my website and the shop page, and you can see that we have all of our products here, and also we can filter them. So we can filter the blue or green, and that's just working. So that's super awesome. So now that the shop functionality is just okay, it's working, we have single product, people can add it, we have reviews, additional information, everything is just fine. We can start building our front page here with Elementor. So I can just click on edit page, and of course edit with Elementor. So now I can just put this navigator on the right. If you're not familiar with Elementor, you can just click on this navigator icon here so that it shows up navigator. It just makes it much easier to work with the elements. And now we want to create a slider here, so I can just search for a slider. This is actually my way of doing it. You can just use anything you want. You have unlimited options here. So here we're just going to use this advanced slider carousel. So it's just fine here, and of course we want to just style it and change the layout a little. So we have two buttons, we only want one, so I can just select one of them, and it should be here in the content. So we have two buttons, primary and secondary. I'm just going to turn off secondary, so we only have one button here, and let's just remove the two other ones. We wanna create the first one and then duplicate it and have a more slice. So here the title is let's say winter sale, and the subtitle is up to 60% off. So like this, and we do not need a description here. And for the button, we're gonna say shop now. So it's just fine. Of course, we want to make them bigger, so you have to style it, and we also want to put a background image here. So I can select the background image and upload an image here. So we have this winter image like this. It's just super nice, and also the overlay color is just fine here. And now we want to style it, so we can bring the styles, and it's actually global, I think, for all of the widgets, but just fine. So for the title, we want to make it a little bigger. So here we have typography, and I want to select EM, which is much better for responsive typography, and also make it bigger like this. And then we have, of course, the subtitle. We want to make it bigger as well. I want to select EM and make it bigger like this. And finally, we have the button primary, and we want to give it round corners. Like this, and now I can just update. It just looks super cool. And of course, for the button, you want to put the actual link. So maybe you want to, maybe it's a category or a tag or a page, whatever it is. You can just bring the button in the content. And then put your link here. We are not going to put anything here, but it's just very easy. You just put your link here. And now I can just duplicate this slide. So we have this winter sale. I'm just going to duplicate it 2 times. So for the second one, I'm just going to quickly upload another image like this baby image. And change the color, the overlay color, like this. And also we want to change the content. So let's just type baby collection sale, and that's fine. So we have this baby collection. So okay, it's very large, so we want to make them a little smaller. So it's now fine. So we have 2 slides. You can have as many as you want. So here it's just 2, is just okay. We're not going to put any time for the third. You know how you can play with these slides, And now we want to create another section. Maybe we can just show our product. So let's just bring our elements and see what we have. So this WooGrid slider is what I want to put here. So now, as you can see, we can just show our clothing, hoodies, accessories. So it's just working very fine, but this is just an example. So you can have whatever you want on your front page. There are infinitely large amount of different things you can just experience. So it's really up to you, but it just looks fine for me. And it's just okay. We have the blog. It's just looking good. We have our post, and we have the shop page and the home page. And finally, what we want to do, there are 2 different things left. So first, we want to create the login link so people can register and log in. And lastly, we want to just change some of these colors for our store. So for the login page, we have to do a bunch of settings. It's really important. So first, you have to bring the WordPress setting. And I think it's in the general. So yes, you have to check this. Anyone can register. It's really important. Without this check, you cannot use the login functionality of WooCommerce. So I can just check it and save changes. And then we want to bring WooCommerce. And settings. And accounts and privacy. And here we want to allow customers to log in into an existing account during checkout. Fine. We want to allow customers to create an account during checkout. We want it also. And also allow customers to create an account on the My Account page if they are not logged in and they do not have an account. Fine. And we do not want to allow customers to place orders without an account. So this is just fine. I can just save changes. And finally, I can just bring my appearance and menus. And now I can just add this My Account page link to my menu, and that's fine. So here, if I just bring my website, I'm of course logged in. So if I just click on My Account, it just shows my account, which is very nice. But if someone is not logged in, then it will just bring the login or sign up page. So if we just copy the URL and bring a private window so that we are not logged in, you can see that if I just click on My Account, we have it. So that's fine. Of course, you can change the name or maybe login or register. So maybe you can just call it login/register instead of My Account, but that's just working and it's fine. So that's very easy. And if you want to change the name, it's very easy to do. So here, as you can see, we have this My Account, but I can change the label. So I can call it login/register. And that's something you can just have, or maybe you can have it just My Account or anything you want. So that's just fine. Let's just stick with My Account for now. And of course, we didn't create our mega menu, so our login sign up functionality is just okay now, but we didn't create our mega menu and we want to do it now. So of course, this shop page is going to be our mega menu, and mega menu is just enabled here. You can just click here to enable it. I just did it before, so it's enabled, but we do not have anything under it. So we want to have some child links here, and I'm just going to use my categories. So if I just bring products and categories, you can see that we have a bunch of categories, and some of them are child categories of other parent categories. For example, these accessories is a child of clothing. So you can see that we have a dash before it. So a dash means that this is a child category. And also for the shoes, I just added the clothing category. So that's just fine. And now we want to create links for them. It's very easy. You just have to click on a view, and it of course brings the category, and you can see that we have a nice URL here. I can just grab it and add a custom link. So here I can just click on custom link, and for the URL, I'll just paste the URL that I copied, and I'm just going to call it this one, music. So you can have any text you want. It's actually the name of the category. I can add it to my menu, and now I can just put it under the shop page. And I'm just going to quickly do it for all other categories. So now I have added all of my categories, but of course we want to maintain the parent-child relationship here as well. So we have of course clothing, and t-shirts is a child of clothing, so it should go under clothing. And then of course we have hoodies and shoes and accessories. But as you can see, music and decor are not children of clothing, so that's fine. I can just save my menu. And now if I just bring my website, you can see that we have this nice mega menu and clothing and the subcategories. So that's looking very fine. And finally, we want to just style. So as you can see, the colors are not what we want. We haven't done anything to the colors, but it's really easy to do. So I can just click on customize. And And we have colors here, but only we have one color here. And actually the colors here are not under colors, but rather general options and general styling. So we have a bunch of colors here, but we also have WooCommerce colors in the WooCommerce section. So here we can just change our primary color and hover color and anything we want. So it's just very easy to do. Let's just have a pink. Okay, something maybe like this. And I can just grab the color and just use it wherever I want. And that's very easy. So I'm not going to put lots of time into styling the colors, but it's very easy based on your theme, and you probably want to change this footer to color to anything you want, but that's very easy. And as you can see, creating a WooCommerce store from scratch is very easy. The most important thing is that you choose a good theme. It's really important because if I just bring any product, you can see that it just looks very good, but it's not the same on all themes. Also, for the archive pages, it's really important. So we have lots of options, and all of them are related to this specific theme. So it's just working very nice. And we have also this quick view that just opens the product. It is very nice, and this is not something that you get on all themes. And just following what we did here is just very easy to create a WooCommerce store from scratch. And that's it, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you liked this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel for more WordPress content. And like always, you can reach our team from the link in the description.